Hello and welcome to the Corner Flag, a weekly football podcast that is lucky to not be injured after watching the United-Liverpool game. On this episode, we discuss the exhilarating, exciting and amazingly entertaining match that was the 0-0 draw between United and Liverpool. We talk about Watford playing like Barcelona and we talk about Kepa refusing to come off. Mukesh, lots has happened.
I think this is the first time probably where I'm just dying to talk about the non-United Liverpool games, but let's just start with United Liverpool first.
Yeah, there's lots to talk about in that game. From the United side, I'm just happy that De Gea didn't have a single save to make. And the one save that he made was a back pass. Like, I've never seen that happen in professional football.
Yeah, I remember we watched it together and at that point I was very confused. I was like, this should be a penalty or not? What is this? What is that?
Yeah.
It didn't look like Ashley Young had done anything.
Right.
Well spotted by the ref. That's
Right.
This weekend had many firsts for me. Footballing firsts.
Yeah, I'm glad you specified that because I was just going to say, you had sex. No.
Amogh, I should tell you, I lost my virginity.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why you're disclosing that on this podcast. There's a different podcast for that. It's called Losing Virginities with Amogh and Mukesh, which is just an unfortunate name, unfortunately.
It means we're losing them. And it's only one episode because there can't be multiple episodes. We're not taking the virginities of many other people.
Speak for yourself. No, don't speak for yourself. Neither am I.
I am speaking only for myself.
My
Clearly.
girlfriend listens to this podcast. It was a good spot by Michael Oliver because when it happened, De Gea did that thing where you go down on one knee. And propose to Mo Salah. No, that's not what you do. He went down on one knee to make himself big.
I feel like Mo Salah would have been less confused had he proposed at that point. That's how his game was.
Yeah. But I honestly thought that De Gea saved that with his leg, but he got a hand onto it. And that's handball because it was a back pass from Ashley Young without any touch from the Liverpool players. So that's technically a back pass. And what happens in a back pass is even though it's inside the D, it's not a penalty. It's still an indirect free kick.
Yeah, and for a second there, I thought it might have been a foul. I was hoping it was a penalty, but clearly not. It was a great fucking spot. I learned something. I think I saw it for the first time. I just knew the theory and I just okay, this is what they mean by that.
Yeah.
It's a good spot by the ref.
Which is weird because I don't think I've ever seen a back pass happen in professional football ever because it happens a lot when we play. Somebody takes the ball and some goalkeeper is just like, oh, I picked it up. And you're like,
and we're just like, he's like, and his excuse is, I'm tired, man. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
The excuse is either I'm tired or I didn't know the rule. And then you're like, where am I going to take a indirect free kick here in 7-a-side?
Where am I going to educate this person right now? You know what I mean? I'd just rather live with an inconvenience than educate somebody else.
If only professional football was also like that. Michael Oliver just saying, David, what
and
do I tell you?
is just like, oh, really? That's the rule? Oh my God, in Spain we do it different. And we're like, oh, that's why Messi scores so many goals. We just have some realization like that.
Yeah. That was honestly the only chance Liverpool had on goal. Apart from that, De Gea didn't have a single save to make. Alisson, however, had 2 saves to make in the game.
I think he was the Liverpool man. Maybe between him and Ronaldo, I'd have a Liverpool man of the match.
Right.
Because I think he didn't stutter, he didn't do any stupid things.
Right.
2, 3 good saves, especially
that's how low the bar is. He didn't do anything stupid. I think that's the post-traumatic disorder PTSD happening from Karius.
Yeah. So if you don't do anything stupid, you're a winner already.
Karius and Mignolet. You're just glad that you have a keeper who saves.
No, just let alone he can collect the ball.
Yeah.
It's not even saves. It's not like, oh my God, he saved. He's like, okay, if the ball comes to him, he can pick it up and put it back into the field.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I was just most disappointed by the attacking 3 because I feel like they've had a shite year so far. It's been 2 months. Yeah. They haven't really struck. Salah's still scoring goals, but I think he hasn't scored in the last 4 he hasn't scored well in the last 4 or 5. He hasn't scored against the big teams.
Luke Shaw had him in his pocket.
Yeah, Luke Shaw
was destroying Salah.
And I think
so much so that the game is tied 0-0 and Klopp decides to take Salah off.
And pretty early, about 77. So he had about the... So Shaqiri came on. He had about 25 good minutes to play.
Origi.
So Liverpool had about attacking. Firmino was injured. That injury looked very scary. For about, I don't remember we saw it together and we just both of us winced at the same time.
Rolled over on his ankle.
It was like a little perpendicular degree. Oh, it was bad. It was very bad.
But yeah, this is a game of injuries because the first one was obviously the kick on Rashford, which was clearly something that I think Liverpool had set out to do because
I don't think that was the part of the
lot.
plan.
No, he did get kicked a lot.
No.
And what Solskjaer said after the game also was his ankles like a balloon. That's what those are the words Solskjaer said used for Rashford. That's what Solskjaer said in his post-match conference, and that's scary. You can't afford to lose Rashford at this point.
And I think maybe to support you, probably, I think Henderson and Milner were playing on the edge.
Yeah.
Especially Milner, because I think we had this discussion before, which is that when Milner can't make up for speed, he does lunges. He lunges at a player.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost him. That's already costed us before. I think that's what. And now he was so close in this game. I think he got a yellow.
Yeah.
And I was very scared he was going to get one. Even Henderson tried to do something very different in this game, which is that he tried to play attacking football, which is very surprising because I'm like, that's not his job.
Yeah, Hendo trying to play with flair is just something. It's like Bambi on ice.
Yeah,
watching Henderson try and be all tiki taka.
And there's Milner who's like Dumbo joining on the same ice, and it just looks so chunky and bad. Making up for the front three was a very bad game for Liverpool. I think admonished them completely.
Yeah, Rashford, although he went on, he played the full 90. That's major because we lost Herrera early. That was a big blow because Herrera was like a terrier. Like he was in fired up.
Yeah, he was in for this game, and
the thing is,
I was scared not by his ability, but mostly by what kind of damage he was capable of.
Yeah, he was on it, man. He was pressing very high, and in a way, I think if he hadn't gone off in 20 minutes with an injury, he would have gone off at 60 minutes with a red card.
He would have gone off with a red card, and Salah would have gone off with an arm fracture. Just one of those two would have happened.
Salah would have stayed in Shaw's pocket. Shaw had a very nice little warm space in his
and I think the problem is Jurgen Klopp didn't expect that from Shaw.
Yeah.
I think because they were at some point...
I don't think anybody expected it.
Shaw wasn't expecting. What's in my pocket?
Yeah.
Salah. Because I think the plan was at some point Salah will break him.
Yeah.
Because Salah has a habit of missing a couple of chances, but he will make up for it with that one touch or one amazing move.
Yeah.
But there was nothing to offer. Even the guy who came afterwards, Shaqiri, didn't have anything. Sturridge also looked biteless. Terrible game for the attacking.
Yeah. Just going back to the injuries, we lost Herrera and we got on Jesse Lingard. That was not a good decision. I mean, more than a bad decision, it was a public snub of both Fred and Alexis.
Alexis also was very amateur decision making.
Yeah,
I think this is the sort of stuff that you would expect for us to do in FIFA. I'm sorry, and I think if ever anti-Solskjaer person makes a case for it, it's this, that you can't.
That's true. I mean, I'm absolutely happy with everything that Ole has done so far, but this was not cool.
In front of Sir Alex, in front of.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if Daddy was there or not. It's just. I mean, I wouldn't do that on FIFA.
Yeah, and what was Sanchez thinking? Just to be a guy who's completely fit, and then he comes on. That's the problem. If it was at least he was left out, they could have been. Maybe he was even worse.
Yeah,
his injuries were worse.
He had the greatest opportunity to show it to the boss and show it to the fans that he's still got something. But opportunity wasted. He didn't make any.
There were a few moves. I thought he had something going on, but I think he messed up.
Didn't make too much of an impact.
And there was that time when Pogba was yelling at him saying, "I'm doing your job."
Yeah.
I think the commentator pointed that too. So
Pogba was phenomenal in the game. He was tackling, he was defending, tracking back. He put in an all-round shift. I was also impressed I was very impressed by Lindelof. Great defending, but also by Andreas Pereira because he's not had enough chances being given to him of late by both Jose and even by Ole. And with the injuries, today was his time to shine. He went out. He played okay. A few missed passes here and there shows that he's rusty. But he was fired up. He was getting the fans fired up.
I think he just borrowed it from Ander Herrera and said, "Guys,
little bit, yeah." He blocks a cross and let's go for corner or something. and he's like shouting at the crowd to like, get on, come on, and crowd is obviously losing.
The crowd is like, who's this guy? Fuck yeah, we want some more of him.
Wait, the crowd knows who Andreas Pereira is. We are not plastic fans. Everybody in the stadium knows who Andreas Pereira is.
They were just like, okay, Pereira, what?
That's not. You're the fucker who said Trent Alexander-Arnold is from Arsenal. So you don't even talk about.
I just confused the two Alexes.
Yeah, oh sure.
The two Alexes. Alexander-Arnold and
Oh.
Alexander Oxlade.
Oh, excuses. And excuses. So yeah, you don't even fucking talk about fans or United fans not knowing their own players.
Yeah, because your fans are too busy throwing beer bottles.
Oh,
at
fuck
players.
off. We dealt with that shit in the last episode. Terribly boring game. Apart from that, what was annoying was the not pre-match, mid-game show where Michael Owen and Paul Scholes. Now, Michael Owen and Paul Scholes, I love Paul Scholes. He was a great player for us, but he's not a good pundit.
And he just looks really sad.
He looks really sad. He looks really bored. He looks like he's getting an asthma attack as he speaks. But Michael Owen actually
And that asthma attack is because of what Michael Owen is saying.
Yeah, because he literally said, if I were Klopp, I would tell my players to kick Rashford more because he's got an injury and United don't have any more substitutions.
How have they let him in that studio with such shit? I don't get it.
And so I was reading up about this, and he's actually tweeted a comeback. Now, basically, because social media obviously went crazy.
Yeah, we aren't the only ones who heard it.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
there's other people who saw this match.
Wait, you guys know what football is?
Yeah. But no, so he went on Twitter and he said, I didn't know there were so many angels out here. All I'm saying is I'm employed to put out my views as a broadcaster. And I was just saying that it's something that any team would have discussed in the dressing room at halftime. And
I'm like,
that's fair. And I don't disagree. I honestly do not disagree with Michael Owen because I'm sure that was a conversation that was had. Anyway, it was obvious that Liverpool began with the strategy of kicking Rashford because obviously Milner's not going to deal with his pace. So it was obvious that, get physical with him, clatter into him, get a few cards if you have to, but that's
Scare him off a little bit,
nullify him in that way. And I'm sure if you've got an injury and he's limping throughout the game, and the fact that United have had 3 other injuries and they've used up all their subs in the first half, that's a great opportunity. And that is something that definitely any player and any manager would talk about. But as a broadcaster, don't fucking say it on live television. That just sets a really bad precedent.
And also, you have to make the game more beautiful, not take it back to its primal roots where people are kicking each other and fouling each other.
And Michael Owen is just painfully captain obvious. Hey, Liverpool need to score more goals. Yes, Michael, we know.
The game's a draw now. Oh, no.
How would we ever tell? Thank you, Michael, for being our Lord and Savior.
Also, I think even if that was discussed in the Liverpool room, I think that would still be bad punditry because tactically it seems wrong. Man United were already on the defensive, so why would you ask Liverpool to be even more defensive and reduce the manpower of Man United, right? You'd be telling them, if I was in that Liverpool room, I'd be like, you guys can attack now. They're scared and they're going to fall back.
Yeah.
So you guys can attack, not destroy their players so that they're even more defensive than they are now, which would actually make it worse because then you're playing against 10 men.
You're such a good boy, Mukesh. You're such a good boy. You're like that Pavam South Indian boy. You're just like,
no, but I'm saying,
hey guys, listen, attack now. They're scared. So please go and attack now.
No, but I'm saying as a tactic, it sounds wrong. I mean, I'm not even talking about the morality of it. I'm talking about just as tactically.
Yeah.
You're either facing with, a 11-member team
right,
that's playing like 4 or 5 in defense,
right,
or a 10-member team playing 9 people in the defense,
right,
which is just very stupid punditry. So let alone it's a very stupid thing to say, it's also tactically very immature to say.
Yeah, but then again, you don't really expect tactical brilliance from Michael Owen. I'm just glad he's in the studio and not managing some team because fuck God save that team.
I just want to see his FPL team.
Yeah.
I want to see what Michael Owen's doing in his FPL.
Yeah. But that was United Liverpool. Of course, there was a big game, City versus Chelsea, but we'll get to that after we're done talking about all the Premier League games that, we want to talk about because who gives a fuck about Crystal Palace? I do actually.
You're playing them next?
No, we're playing them next and my girlfriend lives in Crystal Palace. So, sorry. Let's talk about Watford.
You should check out this other podcast he has. There's one episode, many versions. It's crazy. Huh?
But let's talk about Watford Cardiff, because Watford 5-1 Cardiff.
Yeah, I didn't expect number of goals from that game. That should have been a Liverpool Man United score. It's like they stole the fucking thunder from this game, and well done for the Deulofeu. It's
fine. We're not expecting much from your pronunciations anyway.
Let's call him Vikram.
So Let's call him Vikram.
Vikram, dude. He scored a great hat-trick. He came from Barcelona.
Yeah.
And you know what I loved was how him and Vikram and Troy Deeney, I think they just either they scored or they set the other person up.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of, there's one celebration where they just went in a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
I don't know if you have any Maharashtrian listeners, or I don't know if this is a thing with Gujaratis. Prashant, you might want to tell us about this. But they looked like they were playing Fugdi.
What?
Okay. I'm going to link you to a video of women playing Fugdi. And then you tell me if that is exactly what that celebration looked like. And I'll actually also tweet this on Instagram later. But yeah, man, Vikram had a great game. Hat-trick. The first 3 goals, hat-trick. Terrible play from Cardiff for all 3 goals.
He's
terrible play by Cardiff. Yeah.
I was insane speed by the guy.
Yeah.
I think he just defeated 2-3 defenders and ran for it. I think that was.
Yeah.
I think other teams are looking out. They're gonna buy him up very soon.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, he's ex-Barcelona.
Yeah. Is Vikram on loan from Barcelona?
Vikram's not on loan from Barca. Vikram has transferred. Vikram was on loan from Barca at Everton, and then they purchased him, and then they sold him.
Because Everton are fucking idiot. That's why they stay there.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the guy. He's a good player. I'm glad that he's coming into his own at a team like Watford. I think that's the level of team he needs. I don't think he'll do well.
I
don't think he'll do well at a Liverpool or a Chelsea or a United.
I think he'll probably do well at an Arsenal. I think with the speed he has, Emery, I think there's something there.
I don't know.
But again, I feel like Everton's just made him a lot more humble and underconfident.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
You think Watford are the rest of the best?
Probably, yeah. Watford, I think, are playing really well. See, it's Wolves still for me.
Wolves is my favorite team. I love Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves, I think for me are still best of the rest. But Watford right now are level on points with them with a better goal difference. So statistics wise, yes, right. At this moment, Watford are the best of the rest.
Honestly, for me, that race looks a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
Than the top 2, because I'm also really frustrated with Liverpool's
typical Liverpool fan.
It's boring football.
Typical Liverpool fan. Just not invested in your own title race. A title race that you're going to be a part of after 2 years, 3 years?
No, I don't see the races are going to be a great thing. But if Liverpool are playing boring football, right? And then it just looks like a slow death where Man City eventually takes over. I think they're about 11 games, but if they play such football, I don't think we deserve the title. Honestly, I think it's a very boring brand of football that's being played by them. There's a cat in the background.
Yeah, there is a cat in the background.
We're in an office, guys. It's the office cat. Don't worry. We're not randomly outside in the streets. We're not that poor. Yet.
But
yeah, I think I would be very... anyway, less about Liverpool, more about Watford playing such exciting, good football.
Before we go to Watford again, I just want to say, listen, man, stop criticizing your team about bad football. Beggars can't be choosers. If you get the title, just take it. Just at this point, Liverpool fans can't be like, hey, but we want to win with good football. 1-2 title ऐसा गंदा तरीके से जीत लो, फिर बोलो कि नहीं अभी थोड़ा अपग्रेड करना चाहिए अपने को.
I just prefer... It's just a difference in class in both of us shows that I want a team that plays good football and you just want trophies.
Okay, so if Liverpool continue playing like this and they win the title, will you actually say, fuck this, I don't accept this title?
I'd want a better title. There's nothing to...
But will you tweet this or will you put this out or will you let me take a video of you say this and put this up on my social media?
Definitely. If Liverpool plays such boring football, and they win the league despite playing such boring football, I will definitely tweet that.
Okay, it's a bet then. It's one of our long-standing bets now. I
think by the end of this, we'll be in our boxers recording under the street light and just taking videos of each other.
But yes, that was Watford versus.
Also, we're playing Watford next. I think that's why I'm a little excited for the game because I feel like how Watford going to turn up. Vikram's there, Troy Deeney's there, and I feel like Vikram's going to get something from either Milner or Henderson. So I want to see how they tackle this young man.
Vikram's third goal was great. What a lovely chip that was. Perfect.
Every goal was great. I thought. Third goal of course was fantastic. But
Cardiff's goal was just mayhem. It was unnecessary. Cardiff's goal.
Oh, that looked so stupid, and it just looked like it was a mistake.
It looked like a mistake. And Saul Bamba went and saluted the fans. I was like, "Nahi re,
you didn't intend it. Come on." Yeah. It was like It looked amateur, that goal. It looked like what I would expect from that team if they were
It
in
looked
that
like,
position.
it looked like how when we play, when somebody scores a goal and celebrates.
yeah.
Because why would you?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, scores are reaching 18 and 17. What are you
Yeah.
worried?
You
What
don't,
do you?
this is normal.
Yeah, this is.
But
Also,
yeah.
who are you like waving to? There's nobody watching you.
Yeah, by that point, there was nobody watching. I think I was waving to the empty seat. Like, see what you missed, fuckers. But that was Watford 5-1 Cardiff, or the goals in Watford 5-1 Cardiff. There was a penalty shout early on in the game after
Which
Watford
I thought was a lot more decisive than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah, it was a clear penalty. Firstly, that was a stupid challenge by Janmaat.
And do you think that she turned the tides?
Could have, man, because Cardiff is still 1-0 down.
Yeah, I'm very much saying it definitely did.
Yeah, they could have gotten back with that penalty 1-1.
Maybe
It's
it
a
would have
different
been a
game.
2-1, 2-2 because I think
It's a different game altogether.
goal difference is, I'm sure, going to be a big deciding factor
Yeah.
for many teams. And who knows, 5-1 could have been a 2-1 and then they'll be complaining. The other big defeat, Burnley Tottenham.
Yes, Burnley Tottenham, man. I was not expecting that from. Actually, yeah, I was expecting that from Tottenham. Tottenham fans are also expecting that from Tottenham. I have a Tottenham fan friend.
Yeah, I have a Tottenham fan, just a pet. We have an office cat and an office Tottenham fan. Say ridiculous things.
Say, come on, you Spurs. Oh, so cute. Come on, you Spurs.
League. Say league. Oh, so cute.
You know what's actually annoying? Spurs and United. I mean, I don't want to say that. Spurs have stolen the Glory Glory Man United song from Man United. Spurs have.
They say glory, glory, Hotspurs?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh man, they're not prepared for this life.
Yeah.
They're so unoriginal.
Exactly. And not to. I don't want to fault people for being unoriginal because a lot of chants in English football are essentially the same tune, but like.
With different words?
With different words, depending on, like, you have a certain chant template for a player, and then that's across every team and every star player. You have a few, like, original chants, and that's fine.
Like you reserve a place like Salah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
exactly.
I don't know if you have that thing in Man United because
Of course we do. We have a Martial chant, and we have fuck off. I'm not even going to justify this. But it's the main song. It's what plays in
it's your thing,
speakers.
Like, if Liverpool just did glory, glory, Liverpool, I'd be like, no, it's you. You'll never walk alone. And I can't. If anybody takes it away, they'll just be amplifying Liverpool's.
They've also stolen a song from Southampton, by the way, because the Southampton are called the Saints, right?
We steal players, they steal songs.
Yeah. So from Southampton. Yeah. No, so it's a very bad transfer policy by Daniel Levy. They've stolen the Saints Go Marching In. Southampton's called the Saints. That's why.
So what are they saying? The Spurs go marching?
Yeah.
Oh God. No.
I mean, come on.
Oh, that's terrible. What do you want from the other team? Pace?
Yeah.
Their quality? No. Their rhythm. Their sense of rhythm is great.
But yeah, it's symbolic. And
Good for Ashley Barnes. Good for the Ginger Guardiola.
Yeah. It was funny. I was talking about my Tottenham Hotspur fan who texted me after the my Tottenham Hotspur fan friend. Yes.
We don't have a pet slave, guys. We don't.
So she texted me after the United Liverpool game saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You can't even beat Liverpool." I'm like, wait, you guys lost to Burnley. Like, yeah, we fuck it up anyway. We knew that, but we expected more from you.
Oh, that's so sad too.
It's just really sad.
And then be like, hey, we'll win the league this year. I'm like, nah, I guess not.
But that was Premier League. Let's talk about the Carabao Cup final with our favorite thing to shit on, Chelsea.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's when you go to this part of the episode, it's so nice.
Yeah, we literally saved the best for second last because FPL is coming after this. But
there's like warmth in the stomach and there's like butterflies. Let's shit on Chelsea.
I'll tell you what, they did play well. They held City to nil all through extra time.
120 minutes.
Like in the last time they faced City, they let in 6 goals and got hammered. So definite improvement.
Yes.
6 goals to 5 goals would have been an improvement, honestly. They got down to 0. And then they just fucked it all up in the penalties. And Kepa.
What a man. He's a legend already.
He just refused to sub off.
He almost seems determined to stand his ground to try and be the hero in the penalty shootout to Arrizabalaga. But the decision has been taken out of his hands. But he's refusing to go. It's extraordinary. 3 minutes of stoppage time has been indicated, but Maurizio Sarri, with all justification,
he can't back
is
down.
fuming.
He can't back down. He's got to force him to come up. He's made his decision. He's got to stand his ground, Sarri. Can't can't let the player win in this situation. Looks like he has, though.
Well, John Moss needs to speak to the manager to find out, but it's almost like who's in control of this club, who's in control of this team.
The lunatic's taken over the asylum. It's one of those. I mean, if the ref says, do you want to make a substitution? And he says yes. John Moss should make it happen. Oh.
Well, the players won. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I mean, if you've seen the video online, Maurizio Sarri is just losing his shit. And even Zola's losing his shit. And the other Italians on that bench are losing their shit.
Where is Roman Abramovich? What is he doing? I think he's just getting the guns ready.
Oh,
just,
God.
oh man, I think when he starts firing people out, they're going to be guns. Somebody's going to get shot by that Russian. That was an embarrassment to everybody.
That was just, it was disgraceful because...
It's just disgusting. Just keep adding more because we see Prashant. He's a disgusting.
Prashant, what did you think about that?
Sick.
Chelsea's United, man. We just back.
Chelsea's United, well done.
Wow. No, so it was... Because see, Kepa had a problem with his hamstring just a little while ago. So I think the substitution was for the injury. But also a little tactical because Caballero, remember, in the 2016 final for Man City,
he saved a bunch
of penalties and won them the shootout. So penalty shootouts, safe to say, are his thing. He's like a specialist in that. He sucks the rest of the game. 90 to 120 minutes, he'll suck.
No, but I'll tell you.
But if, for example, you get it down to penalties, Caballero's your man.
No, but Kepa still did well. He saved one very good penalty. He almost got to the Aguero penalty. So that would have been two penalties he saved. So if, say, David Luiz had converted, things could have been very different.
Yeah. And he would have been a bona fide hero. But Sarri, dude, I mean, like, it was comical because he's just telling the bench, no, I'm okay. No, I'm okay. He's telling Luis, no, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm going to play. He's telling the referee, I'm going to play. Like, that is like next level defiance. Like, that is you telling a traffic cop, main nahi thoda signal. Nahi thoda, main nahi.
Like, you forged the camera already.
Yeah. Like, it's your word against mine. How are we going to solve this?
I think more embarrassing was that you just listened to a manager. Right? And remember last time we saw something like this, Kamara had said no to Ranieri.
Yeah.
And everybody just shat on Kamara. Ranieri said he wants to kill the guy. Kamara left.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel
although Kamara basically took the penalty away from Mitrovic. That was the instance. Yeah.
And that was bad enough.
That
and then you have something much bigger at a much bigger club, on a much bigger occasion. This is very ridiculous. And I think one of those times where we've discussed it a lot in the past about Chelsea just being a shit show this season.
Yeah.
And as a team, I don't know why people support them.
Yeah.
What they're looking for, unless they're looking for, hey, I had many firsts with Chelsea. What did you guys saw? Or players say no to a fucking coach in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Just see the video. It just looks like Sarri's just gone into Italian. Sarri just went full Italian there. And you could almost dub over that video with,
Yeah, that's exactly what he said actually, if you lip read.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's exactly what he said. And he is shouting at Kepa to come off. Kepa's saying no. Zola, the second, the assistant managers come out. He's shouting at Kepa to come off. Kepa still saying no. And Sarri goes back to the bench saying sure. Then Jonathan Moss calls them, the referee calls them, asks them what the fuck is going on. And Sarri just said, fuck this shit.
And he walked off.
He walked off and then he came back.
I was like, I should have followed through with the walk off.
Yeah.
He should have followed through. That would have been so dramatic.
And he does that thing where when he comes back awkwardly after walking off, he does that thing where he unzips his jacket really violently and almost rips it off like a type of Hulk.
And it's always awkward during the walk back.
Yeah.
Like the exit is very dramatic, but when you walk back, it's just so awkward for everybody. Also, my favorite part in the whole thing was, I think, these two are yelling at each other. And there's David Luiz, he's trying to cover his mouth. I'm like, dude, the joke's on everybody. There's nothing you're hiding.
Right now, David, nobody cares what the fuck you're saying. You could be saying how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Yeah, bang your mom. Doesn't fucking matter.
Nobody would care. And at full time, obviously, this was at 118 minutes. And at full time, obviously, Kepa had to go to the touchline and face Sarri and he just ignores Sarri. He gives Caballero a high five and just ignores Sarri as Sarri shouting at him. And Rudiger had to hold him back. It's just
You think
shambolic.
Caballero and Sanchez had lunch the next day? They're like, yeah, it's good to be in these situations.
Yeah, man, it's
terrible.
it's shambolic. But they've since released, both player and manager have since released statements saying that this was a misunderstanding and that there are no problems. And Kepa said, I didn't want to come off because I was feeling fine. And Sarri said, it was just a misunderstanding. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was there for everybody to see. I saw David Luiz covering his mouth.
Yeah.
So it must be something.
Yeah, and I think the only winner in this entire shit show is the PR department.
Yeah, good job. They're doing a very good job.
Yeah.
I almost believe them for a second.
They've earned their overtime this month. Is what has happened. But what do you think though? Like, player right, manager right?
Oh, manager right. Always manager right.
Always manager right, right?
Yeah,
Like,
because a manager has a I think his tenacity is a lot lesser in the modern game.
Right.
So when you listen to the manager, if it works, credit goes to him. If it
Right.
doesn't, he gets fired. Absolutely
Sarri is not enjoying his time here because he's gone out and said, I still have control over my players. No, Sarri, you obviously don't.
You don't have control over your keeper, and a keeper is the least painful part of the game. He's the most docile creature in the game.
Yeah.
And got that guy to
Yeah,
get
there's no
angry.
real tactics that you can instruct the keeper to have. Like, hey, tu aisa save mat kar, waisa save kar.
You have one instruction: save, please. Just do it. Go wherever. Just do it.
So he said he still has control of the dressing room. He said that he doesn't know about his future and that the press will have to call Abramovich and ask the club about his future. He just
that's
looks like
nasty.
somebody
And-
who's just losing interest
And what is
rapidly. And
Hazard thinking though? Like, you think that move is coming? It just feels like if he's probably counting down. Like,
he's counting down.
March,
He's like, yeah, this is his notice period.
yeah.
He's
And he
put in
just
his
doesn't-
papers. This is his notice period.
He was surprisingly absent from the whole episode.
Yeah.
And because he was thinking a lot. He's thinking, oh God, this club is a mess. He's thinking, I need to go as some. This is not the club that is probably going to give him the medals that he wants.
Yeah.
And I think he's out. This is the final, like, 15th nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's tough to say because I'd be really surprised if A, Sarri still has a job, and B, if Kepa is actually starting the next game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I want to see who are they playing next, though. Do you have any idea?
They're playing Tottenham next.
Oh, that's going to be
That's going to be a tough one for Chelsea because Kane is back for Tottenham, and he's already scored
He's so
against
good,
Burnley.
yeah.
Like, he got that equalizer, but
And
didn't really do much.
If
But
not
that
for a
was
few
good goal.
refereeing decisions here and there, because in Tottenham's game, it
Yeah.
could have been a different thing.
Kane is back, and he can definitely cause some issues for that Chelsea defense and that keeper who already has issues of a different kind. But yeah,
And they borrowed other people's chants. Very powerful.
but I'd be really surprised if Kepa starts.
Yeah, I think I would be surprised if Sarri's at the pitch. I don't know why he hasn't quit already.
Yeah, and I think at this point it'll be more of Sarri resigning
Yeah.
than Abramovich
And I think it's
sacking
actually a
him.
good thing maybe because I
Yeah.
think a manager resigning is always leaves him on a higher footing
Yeah.
than when he gets sacked because
Yeah.
I think till now people were at some level
Yeah.
think like maybe a Sarri ball isn't working.
Oh, it's not.
Or-
It's definitely
I don't know.
not.
I think
the fans have turned. The fans have turned
the
against
fans
Sarri.
have thrown. I think what I'm saying is till now it was probably Sarri's ball isn't working. Sarri's screwing up at a managerial level.
Yeah.
But I think right now it just looks like the players are disrespectful.
Yeah.
And if the players are disrespectful, I think the manager gets a little more space to, or a little more space to make an excuse for himself.
Right.
That, hey, those guys weren't listening, what can I do? And maybe if he gets another smaller team, he can probably be like, hey, it was completely their fault.
Absolutely.
Because if anything, what Kepa has done is just give Sarri an excuse to be like, see what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys aren't listening.
Yeah. And I can honestly just imagine Kepa going into a Subway outlet and saying, I don't want a sub! just
I would be surprised if the Domino's PR and marketing team doesn't put up. If you don't want a sub, you can use Domino's.
Yeah.
They're just doing their jobs wrong.
Yeah. But that was Chelsea versus City, and now it is time to talk about our FPL in our segment FPL tips. FPL tips. What's happening with your FPL team, Mukesh?
Very mediocre week. My captain hasn't played yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully,
Who's your captain?
Aguero.
Oh.
Hopefully, there's an Aguero hat-trick coming somewhere.
I hate to break it to you. He's not playing this game week.
Oh, really?
He had the Carabao Cup final.
Oh my god. That's true. Damn
Who's
it.
your vice captain?
Salah.
Oh fuck. So
It's
he's going to
terrible.
be your captain now, and he's
Can
got you a grand total of
6.68 points. I don't know. It's just terrible.
No, if it's 6 points and it's 3 points that have been doubled because he's your captain. But yeah.
Terrible game. Terrible season.
How many points have you
Allison
had?
is my highest so far. I have about 43, but the average seems to be about 35, so it's not too good. Allison has given me the most.
Wait,
number
you
of
have
points
43
that I
points.
Yeah.
I have 40 this game week. What? How did what?
I think that basically explains both of us.
How did-
Overly confident you, even though you have way lesser. I'm a little pessimist to us. Way more.
Wait a minute.
And I-
Yeah, you do have 43. Fucking hell. You're creeping up to me on the Corner Flag League.
Yeah.
I'm
I feel
6th and you're 7th.
Who's first? Who's the person who's winning our league?
Right now, the person who's winning our league is this new entrant called Amit Lakhani. He has just entered from this last game week and he is now leading with 1624
Him
points.
and I have the same number of points. So Amit Lakhani, watch out, I'm coming.
Yeah, Rohit Menon is second with 1618 and Janak Jain, our favorite Janak Jain, is
Favorite
1501
Janak Jain.
in third
Or should I
place.
call him Jen? Janak?
Yes.
Sorry.
Of course, you can subscribe to the Corner Flag FPL League by entering the code that we will put out in the episode notes when this episode releases. How are you going to set up for the next game week?
I don't know what I'm going to change. I feel like I'll probably take out Fraser from Bournemouth. He hasn't been giving me too many points. And I think he doesn't look like he's going to hit back that form. And they're playing Arsenal next. So I don't know. I think he's going to be the weight I shut off this week. What about you?
So I've got 2 injuries. I've got Laporte injured and I've got Rashford injured
Okay.
now. Although Rashford can still probably play, he might just be able to recover. But apart from that, I don't think I need to make any changes because
really?
I've got Lloris in goal and he's playing Chelsea away.
For a
and
40-pointer, you're very confident.
No, I think Lloris against Chelsea will have a good game. I think he'll make some good saves off of Higuain if Higuain plays the game. Of course, he didn't start the Carabao Cup final. Sarri went back to Eden Hazard's favorite position as false 9.
My panic buy isn't working.
Yeah, and apart from that, I've got primarily Liverpool players playing Watford, Wolves players playing Huddersfield, United players playing Crystal Palace.
I'm excited about that. I hope Jimenez gets me a hat-trick against Huddersfield. Sorry, Huddersfield, if there are any Huddersfield fans.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I hope
Jimenez
he
hat trick would do me really good. Aguero is my captain. He's playing West Ham at home. So Aguero's a beast at the empty head. So
excited. Good times. Definitely not taking him out.
yes. And if any of our listeners, if you guys or girls, we're not a sexist podcast. If you people have
Just
any,
even our virgins, some of them are male guys.
but yes, if you people have any FPL tips for us, do write it to us on our Twitter handles. That brings us to the end of the episode. Did you have fun, Mukesh?
I had fun, but I still can't get over what happened last night with Chelsea.
Yes. If I tell you to substitute, will you substitute, Mukesh?
I will not.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
fit enough to not be substituted.
Did you injure yourself while recording this podcast, Mukesh?
Thankfully, no, but the podcast isn't about, oh shit, oh my god.
Oh no! But give a shout out to Prashant Soni. He's produced this podcast and he's also designed our artwork.
And also because he's very silent, he hasn't found his voice.
Yes, you can find him on Instagram and Twitter. His handles are out on the episode page. You can follow Mukesh on Instagram at
Mukesh Manjunath. There's
He
no
got
dot.
it right this time!
There's no dot in between.
There's no dot in between, so you can finally follow him. He's just going to get a flood of followers now. Suddenly people are like, oh yeah.
Oh, there was no dot. Dot was the one.
Now it all makes sense. You can also follow Mukesh on Twitter
At Mukh the Gol, as in asterisk the Gol.
and you can follow me on Instagram at Amogh Ranadive, on Facebook at Amogh Ranadive Comedy, and on Twitter at Amogh Ranadive.
And that's because his name is Sanchez.
No, it's Vikram actually. Do give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and on any other podcasting platform that you use. And we will see you again next Tuesday with a brand new episode. Mukesh, say
And
balai.
bye and listen to your managers or old people, whoever.
I don't know why I said balai. Just try to be cool, but say bye.
Bye, guys. Wow, I think this is the only time when talking about the United Liverpool game is. तू ही मेरा दिल लुटिया.
Huh, go.
And also, what for?
That's going in the bloopers.
Shut up.